What comes to mind if I asked you about the holiest beginner project in the programming world? Did you say calculator? No, fool. Just because this video happens to be about a calculator doesn't make it the holiest. The ultimate beginner project is a to-do application. But hey, the calculator deserves some respect. It's the second holiest project in programming. Still, when I look at calculator tutorials made in Flutter, what do I see? Mostly design-focused projects. Someone slaps on a math package, lets it handle the calculations, and calls it a day. These calculators are not real-time. They lack a centralized logic, which means you can't even throw around that fancy term separation of concerns to sound cool when you talk about your project. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a real-time calculator app with centralized logic and with no external math packages. I am going to use singletons for centralized state management in this example to reinforce your understanding of them from the previous video instead of using the provider package. However, in a real project, I encourage you to use the provider package. Normally, I'd use provider, but this video is all about education, expanding your knowledge. So, for this project, we're sticking to a singleton class to handle all our operations. Now, let's get to the UI of the application. We are going to first create by creating a calculator page. Now we are going to modify our calculator page. We are going to create our calculator component. Now we are going to create the necessary button models to create our calculator. We are creating our calculator button types. Only thing I think that can confuse you here is decimal type, which means the dot you put to create decimal numbers. We are going to create our calculator in grid system with the help of the package named Flutter Staggered Grid View, and span property means how many tiles it will cover. Now we are creating all of our buttons. Now we can start to modify the calculator component. The reason why we use flexible here is that expanded widget overrides main exercise.min, which we are going to use. Now we are going to install Flutter Staggered Grid View package. I will leave a link in the description. Now we are going to create calculator button component. We are setting main axis size to min so that it will cover as much as it needs instead of all available vertical space. It will help us center the calculator widget. Oops, I forgot to add division operator.